Hey everybody, welcome to TD Superheroes. My name is Alejandro Perez. I am your sidekick. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at creating a FK and an IK skeleton that we'll later use to be able to connect them into separate rigs so that we can switch between IK and FK. This is building upon the skeleton auto tool that we created last week. So if you want to check out that video, look at it here. And let's get started with the tutorial now. Okay, where we left off with the tool, we can create a proxy rig, adjust the rig as needed. Then we can mirror it. Then we create a set of skeleton joints based off of that, and it's all parented the way we need it to be. Okay, so that is working well for us. Now we need to start setting up creating the control rig, and we're going to need a IK and FK skeleton for that. So that's what we're going to work on in this video. So let's do mc.button label is equal to create control rig, and then we'll call a command, and let's call it create control rig, and lowercase c. There we go, and then close parentheses. We should be there. Let's do define create control rig. Then let's pass just to make sure that everything is working properly. Cool. We're not getting any errors. That is great. Okay, so now that we have that, let's duplicate the pelvis. So let's create a variable. Do pelvis equals mc dot duplicate, and then when we duplicate it, we need to tell it what item we want to duplicate. So this is going to be the pelvis and J&T. And then we can give this one a name is equal to C underscore pelvis underscore IK underscore J&T. Okay, let's do this right here so that we can see what we got. So now we should have two chains. You can see the original pelvis joints here. And then we have this new chain. So when I told it to rename the chain, you can see that it renames the parent joint, but it doesn't rename any of the ones in the inside. So we're going to have two of the same name, and if we try to call it inside of Python, that's going to cause us some issues. So how do we fix that? What we can do in here, let's expand this to make it a little bit easier. Let's find it. There we go. There's an command or an argument called RC, which stands for rename children. So if we update this now, we have the name of all the children with a 1 in it. So that makes it unique and different from all of these joints that we have here. Now we can access them in code. So actually, we don't need a variable now because of the way we named it. Let's get rid of this part, and let's this. So we're going to do MC dot select, and then we're going to do the pelvis joint here, and then we're going to say HI equals true. So basically it allows us to get the hierarchy of this item. So if we run this, now we can see that all of those joints are selected, which is great. That's what we want. Okay, now that I have that, I can store that into variable. So cell is equal to mc.ls, sl equals true. So now we've created a variable of the selection, and we can do a for loop. For item in cell, we'll create a new name. New name is equal to item dot replace. We're gonna search for underscore JNT1 and replace it with underscore IK underscore JNT. Okay, and then let's try this now. No errors. Let's check our skeleton here. If we go through, nothing is renamed correctly. Let's see. For the loop. Oh, because I just created the variable for the name, we actually have to rename it. MC.select item, MC.rename, and then we can call it the new name. Okay, let's check this now. No errors, that's good. Let's hope that we can see all of this. So now we can see that we have an IK for each one of those. Okay, so we want to repeat that section again. So what I can do is create this as a function, so that way I can be able to run it with the IK or FK over again. So let's say define dupe skeleton, and then we'll put that there for right now, and then we'll say dupe skeleton. Okay, so we don't have any arguments or anything right now, but we will. So let's say we have the duplicated object. So this is going to be replacing this. Then let's say new dupe search replace. So those are the arguments that I'm going to need. So new dupe is going to be this, and then this, and then we're going to search for this and replace. It's going to replace that. Okay, so the duplicated object is going to be C underscore pelvis underscore JNT. So I'm going to remove this whole section here. Okay, so that makes it a little bit more simple for us. We're going to search for underscore JNT1 and replace it with underscore IK underscore JNT. Okay. Let's see if this works now. We don't get any errors. We do got an error. So on line 268 here, required positional argument replace. Let's see. Oh, we need to get rid of new dupe here. Now let's try this. Create new dupe not defined. Okay, so because we were selecting it based off of the selection here. So what we can do is put dupe plus 1. So that should be the name of it. Okay, I went through the whole thing. I didn't get any errors. Oh, I did get an error. New dupe not defined. Where am I using that? Let me try this again. Line 271. Let's see what's going on here. Did it work? It did work. I don't think I'm actually getting an error because it's not popping up here. I don't know why this is there. Let's see. New dupe not defined. I don't think I used it at all. Let me double check. I didn't. Okay, I'm okay with this. Okay, so now we can run this again right here. Except that this time it's going to be FK. Okay. Let's see. Do we have all those skeletons? We do. That is great. So we have the whole IK skeleton and the FK skeleton here. Now, let us go through and get, because we can keep the whole skeleton the way it is right now, but I want to break it up into pieces. So that way I'm only controlling one section at a time. So now that we have all that created, we can start parenting. Okay, so I'm going to do a parent, and we're going to do world equals true. And we need to tell it what we're going to do for now. So what we're going to do is do the IK pelvis, since we're going to be working on that right now. Do IK underscore. There we go. So we're going to parent that to the world, but we also want to parent the hips. Let's copy this one here. Comma, paste. Let's be hip L, copy, paste, and then this is going to be an R. Then we're going to do the shoulders. Okay, and then let's copy this. And then this one's going to be L, capital L. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got here. So that looks good for our IK. You can see it's all selected right now, what has been unparented. So we just need to delete the clavicle, the palm, and then the ball of the foot. So let's do that. MC.delete L underscore clav underscore IK underscore JNT, and then copy, paste. It's going to be the right hand side. Then we gotta get the palm. Copy that, paste it. Then for the right hand side, let's just jump down to the next line, and we're gonna do the ball. I think we just named it ball. I don't think we need it ball of foot, but we might have. If we did, I'll update that once we get there. So we are ball, and then run that. We did get an error. We do not have ball. What is the name of this? Yep, we named it ball of foot. Okay, we updated all that. There we go. So we have all of these, and those are the chains that we're going to have for the IK, and then we have the FK. So let's create a group for each one of those. So I'm going to say mc.select, and I'm going to do star underscore IK underscore star, and then we're going to do mc.group underscore name equals IKs. Now do capital IKs like that. Embedded syntax. Is it in here? It is. Oh, because this has to be a string. There we go. Cool. We have the IKs. Although it did unparent everything, so let's not do it that way. Actually, is there select parent? No. Okay. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to, because we only have the hips, the spine, and the shoulders, so I'll just do it manually. So we're going to do this one here. Actually, all of these. So if I zoom out a little bit and let's scroll down, all of these, I don't have to type it out again. So we do that. Let's see if that works for us. There we go. We got IKs, and we have all of those in there. And then we can parent the IKs into the joints. But let's create a group for the FK. So let's go back to our script editor. MC gonna do kind of this here, except that we don't need anything except the FK pelvis, because we're going to keep the whole FK skeleton intact. And then we'll call this FKs. And let's see if this works. Cool. We got the FKs there. Awesome. All we got to do is parent the IKs back. So mc.parent to JNTS. That has to be in quotes. Close parentheses, and let's test this out. Cool. It's under here. It's in there. That is great. That is what we need. Okay, and we've been able to preserve all of the orientation information that we have created in previous lessons. There we go. Shoulder, clavicle, neck, all of it is keeping all the orientations as our original skeleton. This one in the future will flip because I know that it's going to be our only joint that is not really rotating the right direction. So if we select both of these joints, you'll see that we get a little bit of a weirdness. But we will fix that in a future lesson when we're working on creating the controls as well. But we have the IK and FK skeletons created for us. So with our tool, we don't need that, I need this. We can now create a proxy skeleton, adjust it, mirror it back and forth, create a base skeleton for it, and then when we start off with the control rig right now, we're creating the IK and FK skeleton for our rig. Alright, that is it for this video. So that's how we set up the IK-FK skeleton for our rig that we're going to be, again, later on putting together and creating a IK-FK switch so that we can switch from the IK control setup to the FK control setup. Well, other than that, check out this awesome video that the YouTube algorithm decided was perfect for you.